Hello guys, it's the Norfolk Tool Guy here again. We're on part 2 of the 3-part tool haul, and we're on bag number 2 obviously. Just going to put my gloves on and then let's find out what we've got here. Temperature's quite nice in here today, so no complaints from the cold. First up we have a Marples made in England adjustable bevel or sliding bevel. Nice brass and mahogany construction, so yeah, really like that. Almost looks like Damascus here, the way the rust has sort of created all these spirals. So yeah, happy with that. Happy to add that to the collection. Then we've got ourselves, even though the saw blade's coming out the wrong way, a Eclipse pad saw handle. Not that you can make much out of the clips. There's a very well used pad saw handle. This, most of the writing is completely worn off, so it's probably quite an early one. So yeah, like that. Always happy to find those. We've got a 4-piece masonry set by Black & Decker masonry drills. One's missing. There's a lot of drill bits in the bottom of this bag, so quite possibly it's in there. We've got ourselves a Stanley Chisel. The striking cap's broken off, but I'm sure I could probably get this off and then onto a nice wooden handle. I've seen a couple of guys do that recently and thought I'd like to attempt it myself, but looks like a good little user chisel. Get the bevel straightened up, make sure it's nice and flush and flat. And yeah, make a nice little user chisel. We have a hammerhead here, which is a Force hammer, Birmingham. It's the soft iron H3. I'm sure I've got a nice handle for that. There's definitely a lot of grip going on there with the weight of this throwing it around. So I'm sure I can find a handle to rehandle that. Our first sort of Stanley knife, utility knife. It's got West Germany written up the top here. Feels like there's definitely some blades inside. Probably used to have a sticker there. It looked like it was a sort of blue finish before. Probably a sticker there with the company that originally made it. Maybe it says inside if I open it up. Might be able to find who made that one. Take out a few things at a time. So we've got what appears to be a, well, scraper chisel edge. I'm not too familiar with this. There's a bit of tape on it, but there is a name underneath. I'll have to look at that later. It's high-speed steel. Sanderson's, Sheffield. So yeah, if anyone knows what a sort of plain blade or blade like that would be used for, you know, feel free to let me know in the comments. We've got a rather crusty scraper, or looks like they've shaped it to be a putty knife. Plastic handle, I think. Nothing too special there. One of these sort of bike tool set Allen keys with a nut driver in there as well from the looks of it, and a screwdriver. This would be quite handy. I'll put this in the tool bag for my mountain bike. Next time I go up Thetford Forest, it will be something handy to have. Right, we have a picador made in England. Picador, bunch of numbers and then a bunch of holes. So maybe this is a maybe for holding various size drill bits. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems to fold out. It says Picador Fig 161 there, made in England. So quite possibly that's for holding drill bits, because the holes don't go all the way through. So maybe you just get your set in there, and you can have that set up like that. So that's quite cool. Take another handful and see where we go. Got a square piece of steel here. Obviously for something, not sure what that is. Your run-of-the-mill Junior Hexel. No names on it from what I can see. This is quite interesting. These are, I think this is what it's for, is for climbing. You put your ropes through there and things like that, and it's adjustable. I may be wrong, but or for at least tying down rope or locking rope in place. And this is made by M-Safe. And it's made in Canada. And we have a set of very thin. I don't think I've got a pair this thin. Sort of tack pullers. Just got England stamped in there, but can't appear to make out any other maker's name. Seem really well built compared to a lot of the pairs I come across. So could be a keeper. This is another thing I was quite excited about. Reason why I was happy to do this, as I've said in the previous video, I've quite a big collection of Elliott Lucas tools. These are very well seized, but this is a set of Elliott Lucas long nose or needle nose pliers. So there'll be a lovely project to clean up. It's Elliott Lucas high tensile Cannock England. We got ourselves a Stanley 99E. Is there a blade in there? There is a blade in there. In fairly serviceable condition. Probably clean it up, maybe give it a polish. I've started polishing up most of those, most of the old Stanley utility knives I come across. Just keep grabbing handfuls and go through them as we go. So we've got a Auger Bit here. So as I said, there's a lot of drill bits in this. Appears to be a masonry bit of some sort. And then we have a wood bit here with maybe for a drill press because of the shank style here. It's quite big. I may be wrong. I don't know. As I said before, I don't know too much about drill bits. I just know the size that I need and then I use it. So then we've got ourselves an Allura, and this is a... Where did I put those wire brushes I had? I've lost them. Oh, here's one. Just trying to get the sizes. I still can't quite make out the sizes. See if it comes out better on there. So yeah, an Allura spanner. Generic bicycle tool, bicycle spanner. And then I've already got one of these, so I'm quite happy to get another one. 1953. This is a Spectral registered trademark, little machinist spirit level, with a little pocket clip. I've got exactly the same one I picked up a long time ago. So yeah, quite happy though. This is a lot cleaner than the one I already have. So yeah, quite happy about that. Always happy to find these sort of little finds. We have another drill bit here. This one's a Keem made in Holland. Quite a monster of a drill bit. Not sure what a drill bit like that would be used for. I'm assuming it's for drill presses, maybe in machine shops, things like that. Obviously the guy I got this from, his father was an engineer, so that's possibly why there's a lot of these saws. And then another absolutely massive drill bit here. There is a name on there, but I can't quite make it out. I don't know if someone else can see it. My eyes are betraying me a little bit today. And then we got a slightly smaller one as well. And then we've got a nut driver here. Sounds like it's got a few bits in the end. Doesn't appear to have a name or maker's name on it, but it's got a few not driver bits, screwdriver bits in the end here. See if there's a name on one of those. Skill, possibly. This one seems like to be a beryllium one. This one here seems to be a non-sparker. I don't know if this is the complete set for this screwdriver, but yeah, it's always nice to get bits with these kind of things. We've just got a cheapy, no-name screwdriver here. Probably throw that in a set to resell on. I only sort of pick up these things and, you know, as I've said before, pick out the things that interest me, and then I tend to sell on or trade with other people. We've got a couple of Machinist Squares or metalworking squares here. This one says it's got a calibration sticker on it. So that was last calibrated in 2004. So there we go. And then another one here looks like maybe a homemade one or an apprentice piece. Had some stamping in there, so obviously someone did care about it at one point. We've got a scraper. This is the 6.7 centimetre. Could come in handy. We have another one of these blades. This is a G4 Super HSS. Anyone recognise that logo at all? Most of the letters have sort of worn off by now, but it's made in England. I'm assuming it's for some the same as the last one. Maybe it's for an electric plane of some sort. You just have to let me know. And then we've got a chisel. Let's clean that up a little bit. See if we can make out the name there. Made in England. Still can't quite make the name, so that'll probably have to put it onto the wire wheel later on. Comes out a little bit clearer on screen, but yet again I still can't really make it out. We've got a pair of Anvil Snips here. They have got a name on them, huh? Try and get some of the rust off. So if you guys can make that out. Ridge cut. Is that what it says? Ridge cut, Ron cut, roll cut. I think it could be roll cut. Pattern number here on the back. Always nice to find a set of Anvil Snips. Right. Oh, we've got another set in this bag of the Elliott Lucas end nippers. Yeah, again another nice sort of type pair. This is the ones from the previous bag, so pretty much identical. So I think these ones could be slightly older than the ones we had before. Just a different style of writing when it comes to the markings, things like that. What else have we got here? A nice long drill bit. Another auger bit. I do like cleaning. I've got quite a few augers or braces. And I do tend to use the bit sometimes when you just can't find your drill, gets buried, and you've just got one of them to hand. They are quite fun to use. So we've got another one there. I've got a first file, just a small mill bastard file, nice flat file there. Another one of those bicycle wrenches. This one just has an S stamped on it. And we've got SH. Seems like a drill bit or milling bit of some sort. Wadkin Ltd. Leicestershire R. Don't know if anyone sort of recognises that. Anyone knows the use of a piece like this or a bit like this. We've got a record 10-inch pipe wrench. Probably one of the things I sort of sell on from this haul. I've got a full set of records, apart from I'm missing the big 36. But for the most part, I've got one of each type. Another large drill bit here. Sort of give you the markings there. So I think there's going to be if I remember correctly, there's a lot of drill bits at the bottom of this bag. Here we have another one here. It's quite an interesting tip on that one. Almost seems like it's just for boring. Might have had the spike snapped off it. We've got a little rule here, little 6-inch rule. Raybone Chesterman, made in England. So it's quite nice to have a small rule, to be fair. That's am I for it. We'll get into the nitty gritty now. As I said, there's a lot of drill bits rolling around the bottom here. One of those Allen key rings, probably the rest of them laying in there somewhere. Another drill bit, another drill bit, another one with these quite large chucks or shanks. So if someone does know what they're for or what kind of drill they'd go to, I'd imagine it would be a drill press of some sort. Feel free to let me know. Bicycle wrench, various size holes. Another bicycle wrench here. This one has got a name on it, but it is too crusted over. I know a few people out there collect these bicycle wrenches, or mainly the vintage ones, not so much the more modern stuff. We've got another auger bit here, and yet again another drill bit. Then we've got a T-handle Allen key here. It's a hard plastic one, always nice. We've got one of those flip over screwdrivers, so it's probably got a Phillips on the other end. It says 0.2 here, and then we've got Philo, West Germany. Oh, go on. And we've got a pattern number, I would imagine. And we've got a little, this one is a Draper, little Draper stubby screwdriver. Nice orange handle. Draper's not bad. You can't really go wrong with Draper tools. Oh, this is exciting. I think this potentially is the chuck for that Stanley drill. Let me just try and find it and see if we are in luck. There we go. Oh no. Okay, I'll put that back together and then I'll check. And I'll put the results on Instagram. Right, we have a Allen key wedged into a piece of plastic. There is something written there, a P, PR. Just a cheapy generic screwdriver, little flathead one. Potentially from a tap and die set maybe, or a seal or a flange of some kind. Campaign hold, made in Italy, 1.370 times 24 TPI. Not sure what that is. Looks cool though. Right, we've got one of those gauges for checking or for doing, if you're working on a lathe, checking the thickness and how much material you've taken it down to. You set it to say what sort of size you want to take it down to on the lathe. I can't remember the actual name of them. Someone will have to remind me in the comments. I've got a few of them though. We've got a little T-handle nut driver here. Bray camp, possibly for like a gas key or something like that. But that's quite cool. Quite a cool little tool. Little wooden handle stubby screwdriver. From the style of the handle, I'd imagine it's probably a Stanley. Yep. So it's just got Stanley written there. So first time I've got the Phillips one. I've got a couple of the flatheads, but no Phillips. And we've got a utility knife here. Looks like one of the Draper ones, but there's no branding on it. It's got warning sharp blade here, but that's the only markings I can see on it. There's so many drill bits in there. I feel like I shouldn't really be torturing you guys by running you through all the drill bits. So I'm just going to sort of pick out the last remnants of tools in here. And if you are interested in the drill bits, maybe I'll put a picture up on Instagram after I've finished here. There's a lot of them, sort of machinist drill bits, and quite a few masonry bits in here. So I'll show you a few because I'm quite intrigued by them myself, to be fair. That's things like this. Like, does anyone know what something like that would be used for? And also, these sort of look like plug cutters almost. Kind of drill bits, what they're for. Obviously got a grub screw there. These ones appear to just slide in. Put the drill bit into there, maybe for boring certain diameter holes. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm sure someone out there is a bit more knowledgeable about various machinist parts. As I said, I'm not a machinist. When I use a drill, when I need to drill a hole, I'll grab the size I need or work my way up to the size I need. Don't really think too much about the drill bits. I've got another flat mill bastard file here. No handle this time, but it feels fairly sharp, just a bit rusty. Same with this triangle file here. We've got a Chubb security key, Allen key for like Chubb locks. One of these little wire stripper screwdrivers. British pattern up there. I think they're called like the Stripsters or something like that. I've had one or two before. These little stamped steel spanners. And we've got quite a few more bicycle wrenches. None that seem to have a like rally, maybe I think like rally and sort of things like that are the ones people tend to collect. Then we've got a Henderson stamp spanner here. We've got another Henderson here, slightly different. This one's got a bit of a bend to it. And then we've got a Terry spanner, tempered steel, for I think these are for points. Back when points were a lot more common than they are now. I don't think there's much out there apart from sort of third world motorcycle production. Got another sort of bicycle spanner here. It's got a screwdriver tip on one end. A little box wrench for a bicycle toolkit. An Allen key. That's a brake amp as well. This one's got a little knurled section here. So I'm not really sure what that's all about. Maybe someone else is a bit more clued up on it than me. Oh, will it focus? No, it's not going to focus. Here we go. Again, we've got a Garrington spanner here. I've got quite a few Garrington spanners, but this one's got, the ones I've got are just called Magpies. This one's the Magpie S13. I know Jim would probably know a lot more about this over at Hand Tool Restoration. I know he's a big fan of the Garrington tools. Nice chunky Allen key here, but it's got quite a short shank, so not much leverage you can get on there. You'd have to put a cheater bar on it and probably ruin the bolt or ruin the Allen key. Got a BSA wrench here, different sizes, so you get 4 different sizes on one wrench. And then another generic sort of bicycle wrench. And then yeah, just a whole bunch of drill bits left in the bottom here and a few loose keys. But yeah, if anyone out there does know what some of those drill bits are for, you know, feel free to pop it down in the comments or let me know. So yeah, please remember to like and subscribe. I'll always try and get back to you in the comments as well when you guys do comment. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.